Welcome back to Real Talk with none other than me, Nick, keeping you guys company all the way until 4 p.m. And yeah, we're having a great time right now. It is an amazing afternoon right here. I just had my lunch and yeah, I'm pretty happy myself. But, I guess who's not happy though? Who's not happy is the prime minister, and he is phoning EU leaders in a bid to stop export ban being imposed. So yeah, Boris Johnson is expected to speak to his EU counterparts this week as a row over COVID vaccine supplies continue. There is, situation going on right now, where they're talking and they're like, hey, we're gonna avoid all this ban and all that stuff that's happening right now. So hey, that is something that they're talking about. And yeah, the EU leaders will hold a virtual meeting on Thursday to discuss a ban on the Oxford Zeneca vaccine export to the UK. But the Prime Minister aims to put the UK's case in one-on-one phone calls before that. So yeah, the European Commission president says the EU can forbid vaccines made on the continent being sent to the UK. So yeah, they're issuing a warning right now to the UK. The EU is issuing a warning and telling us like, hey, we can always put a ban and avoid, prevent you guys from getting the vaccine. So yeah, but the government minister said that it was crucial the EU honors its commitments. They're telling, hey, you remember you made promises, you made deals, and these are the deals that we discussed on. So yeah, there was the Downing Street, said that European Council President Ursula von der Leyen told Mr. Johnson earlier this year that the EU was not intending to restrict exports of vaccines. So yeah, Helen Watley, Health and Social Care Minister, also urged the EU to stand by its commitment and warned against vaccine nationalism and protectionism. So yeah, that is something that they're talking about right now, and they're telling, hey, they were also warning, they're firing back at EU, and they're warning them like, hey, you guys don't be like this, because in the end of the day, we don't want to fight over vaccines because we are at shortage right now, and this is what's happening. And yeah, European Commission spokesperson Eric Mamer insisted that Brussels was not seeking to ban vaccine exports, but wanted, pharmaceutical firms to meet their contractual obligations to the bloc. So yeah, they're talking about like, how these companies are not, they don't want to put a ban on the vaccine. What they're trying to do is they're trying to meet the obligations of the other countries in the EU as well. So yeah, Mr. Mamer said that in that context, the president has said that, of course, we see that actually companies that manufacture doses in the EU have been exporting very widely, which in itself is a good thing. So yeah, but we also want to see reciprocity and proportionality in these exports. So yeah, the latest flashpoint appears to be overdoses made in a Dutch factory. So yeah, that's something that they're talking about, and they're like telling us all of this and all of that. And apparently also, the long-awaited results of the U.S. trial of the Oxford Zeneca vaccine, which involved more than 32,000 volunteers, show that this jab is safe and effective. That's further, good news right there for all the people across the globe, looking to get the vaccine. And if you're looking to get the AstraZeneca vaccine, well, now's your chance. You can take it now because apparently it's safe. There is no links whatsoever with the vaccine and any form of blood clot. So there's nothing to be worried about, you guys. And yeah, there has been talk though that several European leaders paused, their rollout of the vaccine because of the concerns. They're like talking about there's possible links of blood clots, and the EU UK regulators said that there was no evidence that the vaccine caused any sort of blood clots. So nobody's got to worry about anything. Y'all are just taking this out of proportion because there's nothing going on right now. It's all good. So yeah, the European leaders though have faced criticism for the slow pace of the vaccine rollout on the continent. They've been telling, and the leaders have been getting criticized, and there have been a lot of fire at them because they are not rolling out the vaccines as promised in the EU. In the UK right now, the plan is to get everyone vaccinated by the end of July. That is the plan. That's what they're trying to tell us. Like, hey, okay, this is what we're going to do. Boris Johnson gave his plan, gave his promise, and he said, okay, we're going to get everyone vaccinated by the end of July. But for now, we're going to get all the people above the ages of 55 to get their vaccinations. So yeah, there's also that. And there's been a lot of these, talk, especially like because of these leaders, especially the EU leaders are not getting the vaccine rollout, and less than 12% of the EU population, right, is reported to have received the vaccine compared with nearly 40% in the UK. That is a staggering amount of people. 40% versus 12%, just 12% of the EU. And that is like a bunch of countries that did not get their vaccine compared to the UK's 40%. So, yeah, the EU has encountered production problems with the Pfizer, BioNTech, Moderna, and Oxford AstraZeneca vaccines. So, yeah, British Swedish manufacturer AstraZeneca said that the fact that EU contracts were signed later than with the UK caused problems with supplying their vaccine. So, they also, previously said that it does not believe that vaccine supply issues will affect the current roadmap for easing lockdown restrictions. So, yeah, Mr. Waitley also said that the UK was on track to meet its targets of offering the vaccine to the top 9 priority groups by April 15th and to all the adults by the end of July. So, yeah, that's the plan. They're trying to get everyone on board with this. They're trying to say, hey, okay, you guys, we can get the vaccine. Don't worry. By the end of July, everyone's going to be vaccinated and everything's going to be good and all right. So you got nothing to worry about. But, there has been cases where there's also, they say that there's enough doses in the UK right now to ensure people have their second doses. So they're giving you a very big promise right here. They're telling everyone, especially us even, like, okay, we have enough for the first dose, but we also have enough for the second doses. So people around the UK can get vaccinated. You have nothing to fear because we have enough of the vaccine to go around. So, yeah, they're also saying, that Mrs. Waitley also said that we always knew that there could be ups and downs in supplies, but we have a diverse supply chain and we are absolutely determined to keep on deploying the vaccine. But then, there's been saying that, if there's been studies and there's been a lot of talk saying that if an export ban was applied to all the vaccines, including those from Moderna and Johnson and Johnson that have yet to be deployed in the UK, it would see the offer of a first vaccine to every adult completed by late August rather than the target date of the 31st of July. So, yeah, the plan is to get everyone vaccinated by the 31st of July. But if there is going to be an export ban, we're going to have issues. And the issue is everyone will be vaccinated not on the promised date, but rather on August. So, yeah, that is a far ways ahead in time. So, yeah, that is more than the expected, time gap, the time frame that they promised us. So the UK is trying their best right now to fight that and get everything back on track. And, yeah, ministers say that the country should work together for the benefit of everyone. So I don't know, is that a hint that Boris Johnson will try to diffuse this whole issue by proposing like a joint working between the UK, the EU, just to boost the vaccination production on the continent? Well, you never know. Well, so the UK also, already they have like a team of engineers at a plant in the Netherlands, the AstraZeneca vaccine where it is being produced. So, yeah, that although it might not be enough, to satisfy a bunch of the EU leaders, especially European Commissioner President Ursula von der Leyen, who clearly wants to see doses being sent to Europe from AstraZeneca facilities in the UK. But hey, that's not up to her. It's not up to her to decide. It's up to the EU leaders to decide at what, during a summit. They're going to discuss it on a Thursday. So, yeah, if they decide to give the vaccine, then hey, good for all of us. Good for everyone around the world, I think. Good for everyone in Europe. But, yeah, Mrs. von der Leyen said that 41 million vaccine doses have been exported from the bloc to 33 countries in 6 weeks, with more than 10 million jabs going to the UK. And they're complaining about that. They're talking about it and they're saying, hey, it's unfair. You guys are getting the majority of the vaccine and it's not enough for everyone else in the EU because, hey, there's a 40% to 12% difference. There's a huge difference between those. The EU just has 12% of their population vaccinated in comparison to the UK, who has like 40% of their population vaccinated. So, yeah, that's something that they're talking about. And they're saying, hey, she also said, that in contrast, the EU is still waiting for a vaccine exports from the UK. And she warned last week that if supplies in Europe do not improve, the bloc will reflect whether exports to countries who have higher vaccinations rates than us are still proportionate. That is something she's talking about. And hey, that is just something that they're discussing. And there's been, I don't know if you guys remember the Article 122 of the EU Treaty allows measures to be taken if severe difficulties arise in the chain of supply of certain products. So, yeah, these measures could, in theory, include export bans and the waiving of patents and intellectual property rights on vaccines. That's just something that they are talking about right there, and we'll get more into that. But hey, with that, we got to take a quick break right now. So, and yeah, up next, we got a bunch of great songs lined up just for you. And up next, we got Mac Miller with Dang. So check it out.